drifter Drift Cat, Danny Keneally from ADD Racing, and James Vahumis at D1 Garage. For more information on the Toyo range and dealer locations, head to toyo.com.au.
With so many wild cars at SEMA, we thought many of them deserved a closer look. Now I've managed to get you guys a bit of a special treat this year. 24-hour access pass. That means when everyone else is kicked out and gone home, we're allowed to keep cruising around to have a proper look at some of these mental cars here at SEMA. Now, we don't get these Scions here in Australia, and they're a pretty weird looking thing, but this one is totally off its chops. It's not only have they put a V8 under the hood of this thing, it's got twin turbos hanging off the side of it, and the rear of the car's been totally cut out and replaced with a full 4-link rear end for drag racing. This thing is excessively mental. Now, I can't say I ever thought a Honda Jazz was a tough car, but I think some of the Honda Jazz owners in Australia can really take a leaf out of this guy's book. This car is well and truly right off the scale. It's been fully seam welded, has a full weld-in roll cage in this thing. The back floor is gone, replaced by a mega fuel system, 2 nitrous bottles. It's got inboard coilovers, monster brakes, work wheels, carbon fibre trunk, carbon fibre bonnet at the back, and the engine, what do you expect? Nothing more than direct port nitrous injection and a Garrett GT35R turbo strapped to the side of it. This is as fully built as any time attack car you'll ever find. By far the most mentally modified car at the show was the Castrol Saturn Super Sky, built by Team ETC, a group comprised of Canada's top car builders. The car is now a full tube frame chassis with a totally custom carbon fibre body shell. Not much Saturn remains, and the goal of creating a supercar look certainly has been achieved. Supercar handling comes from custom suspension arms and STD coilovers, along with monster 15-inch Bayer brakes with 6-piston calipers all round. Around those brakes are 20 by 10-inch rims up front and a mammoth 22 by 11-inch items at the rear. The supercar interior was custom made from scratch and is a work of art. Twin intercoolers sit in the side ducts and the engine bay is totally immaculate. Supercar power levels come from a Chevy LS1 V8 with a ProCharger supercharger strapped to the side. That power is put to the ground by a Porsche transaxle arrangement. The Super Sky shows that modifying a car is only one step away from creating your own custom vehicle. There was a heap of tough Japanese import cars at SEMA, from drift, drag and the time attack camps. Now mates at D-Sport Magazine have an absolutely mental Evo 8 Lancer on their stand. How does over 1,000 horsepower at all 4 wheels sound and a 9.4 second pass down the quarter? Let's take a closer look. Still 2 litres in capacity, but packing a mega tough engine, Paul Nelson's Evo pumps out 1,014 horsepower at the wheels, thanks to a GT42R turbo running methanol. A weapon of a car. This is the AEM 350Z drift car that was driven by the winner of the 2007 Formula D Championship, Tanner Faust. It wasn't the only drift car to make it to SEMA. The JIC S15 made it and still looks the goods. Ken Yamura's Blitz R34 was also on display, as was this hot S14 on the Koenig wheel stand. Tough JDM styling is still definitely the in thing here in America, and this Saborn stand has some of the toughest looking imports here at the show. Let's take a closer look, as there's one for everybody. The 350Z was covered in raw carbon fibre, including the wide body kit. Anything not carbon was painted matte black, even the rims. Monster brakes and a bright interior finished it off to perfection. This baby blue RX-7 wasn't childish by any means. Tough wide body kit, fixed headlights and deep dish rims with the perfect amount of offset. The S2000 had a carbon fibre hardtop, doors and bonnet along with vented wide body guards, Volk rims and project new brakes. The Evo Lancer had a heap of carbon showing and the Volk rims were filled with massive Brembos. The WRX sported a wicked satin paint job and a heap of carbon parts. And like its teammates, sported massive brakes inside Volk rims. Every car on the Sabon stand had nothing but JDM goodness. I'm on the Australian-owned APS stand and they've got one of the toughest time attack cars here at SEMA, this WRX, which is totally off its head in every single way. We should be seeing this thing at a time attack event real soon. And with the amount of work that's done to it, we're expecting some pretty big things. This gold S2000 on the Toyo stand looked the goods, but I think we've seen this colour scheme somewhere before. Hiding in one of the hallways was this psycho FD RX-7. The guys from 2JZSwap.com had shoehorned in a 1JZ GTE 2.5 litre 6-cylinder turbo. Love it or hate it, the idea is sound and the car is tough. This wide-body V35 was also hiding away in a corner, sporting a turbo conversion and a host of tasty mods. But how's this for over the top? The World Racing 200SX never ceases to amaze. This is only a small selection of cars at the show. To see them all, you need to get yourself to SEMA 2008.
To check out the latest tech talk on turbochargers with GCG, head to IgnitionX. Many people in the car scene claim to have built their car to be something different, but not many people can say their car is truly unique, that there is nothing like it. Well, in the case of AB's 1969 KE10 Corolla, we certainly haven't seen anything like it. Truly unique.
Hi, my name is Abs. This is my KE10 Corolla. It's my baby. I've originally owned the car for 5 years, but to get it to this stage here, probably 3.5 years, which has been real, you've had the sleepless nights. Why is the first question? To be different. You don't see much of these around anymore. They're real scarce as well, the KE10. I think that's the only reason. My brother originally owned it. The car used to be red, then it turned into the shimmer effect. As soon as I got my hands on it, I knew exactly what I wanted to do.
We found the car cruising around the summer nats and we had to jump in for a ride. The car attracts plenty of attention cruising around, and why wouldn't it? How often do you see a chop-top KE10 Corolla painted in candy apple red and bright yellow? The silver graphics and yellow shadow flames are a killer touch, along with the 17-inch Gestalt chrome rims.
Well, these days, the paint you see is pretty much flat and solid, so I figured maybe the shimmer effect will be something different, and the flames from the yellow to the orange will be something different that'll just like a real eye-catcher. The custom work that was involved was making a 4-seater, chopping the roof, chopping all the window down and all that stuff. Mostly all handheld things that had to be done at home and stuff, The hardest part was strengthening all the body on the inside and making it all structural so the car doesn't sway in that.
Being a chop top, you can see how wild the interior is as it cruises past. Like the exterior, it's totally wild. Modified Swift GTI bucket seats front and rear, and the custom door trims have all been retrimmed, along with the dash in bone marine vinyl. Touches include the downlights, billet steering wheel, and odometer gauges. Being a chop top means the stereo had to crank, and it does. The Soundstream head unit feeds the Pioneer splits up front, and the Kenwood 7x10s at the rear.
Well, the most surprising thing is the attention that I get. It did receive a lot of attention the way it was before, but After the airbrushing, the white walls on the wheels and that, it's just unbelievable. It's been a long road, bit of money involved, but I'm real happy with the outcome today.
You probably noticed the intercooler sticking out of the front of the little Corolla. That's right, the Toyota 1.6 litre four-banger is boosted with a T28 hanging out the side. A Turbonetics external wastegate, Turbo Smart blow-off valve and 2.5-inch exhaust means it ain't no softie. A triple-core radiator, Haltech coil packs, GTR injectors and a custom surge tank take care of things, while a Microtech controls the show. The little Corolla has seen nearly 200 horsepower at the treads, which is plenty for such a little car.
Well, when I originally sent the engine in the car with my brother, I originally wanted to put a bigger motor in it. But I figured using the same engine in there, having it all modified in there, I'll just turbo the same engine and get good horsepower out of it. So it's received that good horsepower. It's received the 195 horsepower at the wheels, which is really, really good for a 1.6. The only setbacks I remember having with the engine was just overheating problems and stuff, but we've overcome that with a triple core radiator from ASI, which is really, really good, especially in days like this. You know, it's very controllable. Apart from that, no, the motor runs like a dream.
A Celica 5-speed and custom clutch feeds the power to the VN SS LSD.
Just looking at it now, I guess if I don't sell it, got to think of new and more things to do to it.
Ab's Corolla looks hot, goes hard, and is engineered to work. So cool, in fact, that some admirers couldn't resist but to give us a hand on our shoot. A perfect example of old school cool mixed with new school mods to make a killer and unique ride. Enjoying a long-standing reputation for quality work and professional service, Platinum Car Audio and Interior's experienced staff consistently produce some of Australia's most highly awarded show cars. Platinum can turn daily drivers into complete showstoppers, and they carry all the leading brands. Platinum Car Audio and Interiors are the ultimate choice, whether you're after a simple head unit upgrade or a complete interior retrim and custom audio fit-out. With packages to suit any budget, including leather retrims from as little as $2,200 or complete audio upgrade packages from only $1,000. To find out more, visit platinumcai.com.au.
So let me get this straight. We haven't even finished doing all the American car feature stuff, and you've already been and gone to Japan.
What's your point?
Well...
you wanted to go?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it doesn't work like that.
Oh, apparently.
Update invited us to go over there on their mission to Japan to take Mark Berry and Russell Newman's GTR to the Rev Speed magazine Super Battle at Scuba Circuit. And we got to hang out with our friends from Link International who took us to Japan last year.
Ah, so how was the trip?
Perfect.
I
Couldn't
bet.
ask for anything more on a trip. But you're going to have to watch the feature to see what we got up to. Let's do it. When High Octane Racing took Mark Berry and Russell Newman's GTR to Japan to compete in the Rev Speed magazine Super Battle at the home of Time Attack Scuba Circuit, we were invited along, so it was time for another road trip. After the 9-hour flight with Ian from High Octane, we headed to Tokyo to meet up with the guys from Link International, who are the distributors of Nismo Performance products and motor oil in Australia. On day 2, we met up with the guys from Motul Japan and headed down to Fuji Speedway for the 2007 Nismo Festival. We're here at Fuji Speedway for the 2007 Nismo Festival. The doors have just been opened. There are people running down here. Why? This is very special. It's the launch of the new Nissan GTR. Check these people out. These are the keenest Nissan fans in the world. I don't know what they're running for, but I want to go find out. Let's go. Our Access All Areas passes allowed us to get some amazing footage of the best Nissan race cars from today and yesteryear. We also got to see the launch of the new GT500 GTR. On day 2, we headed to Ginza in downtown Tokyo to find a Nissan showroom with the new GTR on display. We then met up with the High Octane Racing crew again and got ready to head out to Scuba Circuit. We headed to the track to unload the car before taking it to a local workshop, KBC Competition, to dyno tune the car for local weather conditions. You'll be shocked with the results. We then drove the car back to Scuba Circuit. Only in Japan can you get away with riding on the passenger seat floor of a stripped out GTR race car on public roads. It was open practice day and we got to check out the track and see some pretty crazy machines. There was 2 Garage Saurus built GTRs with big single turbos carving up the track. Day 2 of our scuba attempt was the first chance for the High Octane Racing GTR to hit the track for a practice. There was also a heap of wild Japanese cars there for the practice day. Day 3 was the big day. The Rev Speed Magazine Super Battle. Well, it's day 3, it's 5:20 in the morning. We have to be there at 6 a.m. for the driver's briefing, and the boys decided to start the day with a nice motivational and nutritional breakfast here at McDonald's. You're the only person wearing shorts in all of Japan at the moment.
All of Japan, yes. I think that's one thing I forgot to tell me is how cold it was going to be over here. No more paparazzi! No more paparazzi!
4 cars from England and the High Octane Racing GTR meant there was a huge international presence. The M-Speed GTR was the star attraction along with the Cyber Evo and the Pan Speed RX-7. You can see the High Octane Racing GTR in action and see how it went in our 3-part feature next issue, and we also have a full feature on the Rev Speed Magazine Super Battle. Coincidentally, it was also the official launch day of the new Nissan GTR in Japan, and mine's already had one sporting their livery. Check out the GTR feature to see it in action. Our Japan trip certainly was one to remember. Stay tuned for all the features. You can also find more information on the High Octane Racing GTR at timeattackgtr.com.
Isotta has been manufacturing unique automotive accessories since the late 1980s and have continually introduced the highest quality products with innovative design. In 2007, Isotta partnered with Swarovski Crystals to form the Urban Glow range. First, made in Italy. The the elegance of pure, clean Swarovski crystals. Visit primal.net.au.
We've looked at the cars of SEMA, but we can't overlook the eye candy. This feature is dedicated to the finer of the species.
Hey, this is Justine Haro.
Hi, I'm Anna Rincon.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Gra.
Hi, this is Annie.
Hey guys, this is Jessie here at
SEMA 2007.
And you're watching
Ignition DVD.
When you hit the web, www.hot4s.com is the place to be. Sit down, log in and hang on, because the Hot 4s website is full on. Where else can you read your favourite articles, watch awesome videos, download top quality images and hang out with a ton of like-minded car fanatics? There's info about upcoming events, the latest news, regularly updated feature cars and girls, a forum packed full of info, and our latest edition, Respect, a place where your ride gets featured for everyone to see. You can also subscribe to the magazine or sign up to receive the Hot 4s newsletter, which puts you in the running to win awesome prizes. The Hot 4s website is like a 20B turbo drag car. If you look away, you'll miss out.
Well, that looked like a bit of an awesome trip.
Unbelievable is certainly one word you could use. Seeing the new GTR, and one of the first people in Australia to do so, and go to the spiritual home of Time Attack, Scuba Circuit, is just something you don't forget in a hurry.
What about those SEMA girls? Will you forget them?
No comment?
Huh. Now it's time to check out one of the wildest cars on the show car circuit at the moment.
That's right, the boys at Exquisite Customs certainly don't do things by halves. And this Honda Odyssey just goes to show that sometimes you just need to get a little bit crazy.
And then it's time for this issue's drifting fix.
That's right, we've got a little bonus feature for you all, the finals of the Toyota Drift Australia Championship Series held at Oran Park. And what a way it was to end the season.
Yeah.
A song once said that we're never going to survive unless we get a little crazy. Well, Keith took that literally. And now his Honda Odyssey isn't just surviving, it's taking the show car scene by storm. When Keith wanted to go all out on his Odyssey, he took it to the boys at Exquisite Customs, as they could handle every facet of the build.
I'm Eamon, and this is the Odyssey we built for Keith. Basically, the original concept of the car was all Keith's idea. Keith was pretty particular on how he wanted the car to start off with. And there was a few things that I got him to sway my way with the original build, but then second time round it was all like on pretty much Keith's ideas.
Its current guise has seen it take an array of trophies and make the top 60 at the Summer Nats. The Odyssey might be crazy, but it's also a lesson in cool, with a perfect blend of old school, new school styles. The body kit and aero side mirrors are new school, but the wood grain airbrushed graphics and vinyl trimmed roof are certainly old school. That's right, a vinyl trimmed roof. The gold highlights add some more class. The 20 and 22-inch wire wheels are the icing on the cake though, and the exquisite Customs air suspension makes sure they sit up inside the custom wide body guards.
The vinyl roof was kind of Keith's idea because we wanted to go with a whole like old school sort of theme, going with the wood grain and the vinyl roof, you know, a bit of a lowrider look.
Open the custom suicide doors and the interior is totally in your face. The ex-Customs team retrimmed every last surface of the interior in spearmint leather and suede. The dash plastics and custom fiberglass pods have been colour-coded to match. They house the Greddy Infometer and Kenwood head unit. There's also a custom centre console enclosure for the airbag controls and gauges. The ice install is also totally wild, with the custom moulded fiberglass boot enclosure holding 4 12-inch Orion subs and stacking the Orion amps 3 high. There's also an Xbox and directed TV screen in the floor. The cabin has TV screens in the headrest and a set of Orion splits in the doors.
Every show that it's been in, it's done well at, you know. At Auto Salon, it kept winning Best Trim. It's won Best Wheel Awards. At Summernats just recently, it made the top 60, and then it also got top airbrush graphics. So, you know, everywhere it goes, it does well. The car's uniquely built.
Just in case you weren't freaked out enough, the exquisite guys also fitted a custom Garrett turbo kit. The custom manifold, intake pipe, 3-inch exhaust and intercooler kit help it breathe, while the bigger injectors and Haltech interceptor make it work. It's not designed for huge numbers, but a bit of extra boosted power never goes astray.
Possibilities are endless. It all comes down to where you want to stop. So yeah, in terms of can it go further, of course it can go further. Do we want to take it further? Probably not, but it's all up to Keith at the end of the day. It's pretty much at the stage where he originally wanted it to be.
HSD Suspension brings you leading edge coilover technology at